Both wines are Italian, red and delicious, but what is the actual difference between Barolo and Brunello di Montalcino? Let's find out! Before we start, many thanks to Pamela from Azienda Agricola DeMarie and Lucia from Tenuta di Collosorbo for helping me with this video. Barolo is produced in northwest part of Italy in Piedmont region, which is Brunello. It's produced in Tuscany, surrounding the beautiful town of Montalcino. Apart of region of origin, the main difference between Brunello and Barolo is the grape varieties permitted in both appellations. The only grape variety permitted in Barolo is called Nebbiolo, which is also known locally as Spanna. By the way, did you know that name Nebbiolo comes from word nebbia, which means fog in Italian, as during the harvest in Piemonte it's quite foggy. On the other hand, Brunello di Montalcino can be produced only from the Sangiovese grapes, called locally Brunello, meaning that Brunello di Montalcino means Sangiovese from Montalcino. One of the key parts of Barolo and Brunello di Montalcino production is very specific and long aging regulations. Barolo wines are aged for at least 38 months, which is at least 18 months in wood barrels. There are also Barolo Riserva wines, and those need to be aged for 62 months before wines are released to the market. Brunello di Montalcino needs to be aged for at least 2 years in oak and 4 months in the bottle, and can be released to the market on the 1st of January on the 5th year after the year of the harvest. For example, vintage 2018 can be released to the market on the 1st of January of 2023. Brunello di Montalcino Riserva wines are aged for 1 year longer. Did you know that younger version of Brunello di Montalcino also exists, and it's called Rosso di Montalcino? Those wines are very youthful and very easy drinking, and normally released after 12 months after the harvest. For example, vintage 2018 can be released to the market on the 1st of September of 2019. Barolo and Brunello di Montalcino holds the DOCG status, which is the highest classification for Italian wines. And if you'd like to learn more about DOCG and Italian wine terms, click the link above or one in the description below. Did you know that Barolo is produced in 181 different sites, vineyards, also called cru, and they're located in 11 different villages or townships, and the most famous are La Mora, Serralunga di Alba, Monforte di Alba, Castiglione Falletto, and of course, Barolo. Did you know that Brunello and Rosso di Montalcino are the only Tuscan reds that are not blend, meaning that they're produced from the single grape variety, which is of course Sangiovese. On the nose, both wines are pronounced. Brunello di Montalcino, it's definitely more riper in style. You can get some aromas of red fruits, especially really ripe cherries, some Mediterranean herbs, balsamic notes, a little bit of smokiness. Barolo, it's also full of cherries, but not as ripe as Brunello. There is also a lot of smokiness, earthiness, and you can get aromas of tar. On the palate, both wines are fully bodied, with fantastic acidity and amazing complexity and superb finish. If you preferred wine that is a little bit more earthy, smoky, Barolo is definitely for you. But if you prefer wine that is a little bit more fruity with lovely balsamic finish, Brunello di Montalcino is definitely for you. Overall, both wines are incredible quality. As you can see, there are many things in common between Brunello and Barolo. Definitely aromas of cherry, high acidity, and also high tannins, which is I haven't mentioned before. The main differences between Brunello and Barolo is definitely the color. As you can see, Barolo is definitely lighter in color, Also, Barolo will be also a little bit more tannic than Brunello and more earthy than Brunello. But Brunello di Montalcino have beautiful aromas of Mediterranean herbs and balsamic finish. So the best thing to do is to get one bottle of each because they are absolutely amazing. Young Barolo goes really well with ribeye steak, venison stew and forest mushroom risotto, which is aged Barolo goes fantastic with truffles, kidneys and really aged cheese, especially those with a little bit of truffles. Young Brunello are fantastic pairing with sausages, forest mushrooms and dock served in Brunello sauce, which is aged Brunello di Montalcino goes really well with white boar ragu, lamb in a rosemary sauce or aged grana padano or Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. The best vintages of Barolo in the last 20 years are 2016, 2015, 2013, 2010, 2007 and 2006. On the other side, best vintages of Brunello di Montalcino are 2016, 2015, 2013, 2012, 2010, 2004 and 2001. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure that some of you noticed that I mentioned word tannins a couple of times. This is why my next video will be about what are tannins in wine. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe and see you next time!